Welcome back again today, friends. My dryer just stopped singing to us, so I appreciate that, dryer. Thank you. Today we're doing a whole lot more easy freezer meals for large families. Yes and amen. Actually, it doesn't matter the family size, because if your family is smaller than mine, I usually feed 9 to 13 people or so, many a days. If you're smaller in number, means you might actually have some leftovers. Yeah, and leftovers, I live for leftovers. Those mean mama gets yet again another break, and we like that. And if you're a larger family, this will be definitely dinner for your family and maybe some leftovers for lunch the following day. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, yes and amen. So the way that I created my 30 easy freezer meals in about 2 hours pack, and the reason I say about 2 hours is because, of course, sliding scale based on life and what you're dealing with, your time may vary, your mileage may vary, right? But no matter what, I've made it as easy as possible for you to get 30 wonderful freezer meals in your freezer sanely and simply. Yay. We like sane and we like simple. So there is a prep guide. My intention is for something like the freezer meal prep to be done the evening before. Might take you about 30 to 45 minutes. You're going to be chopping meat, cooking some chicken. I'm going to show you the whole prep that we need to do. And then the next day when you're fresh, you have everything ready and you just assemble for about 2 hours solid and you get all your meals done. Yay. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here is my pack 1 of 30 easy freezer meals in about 2 hours. We have intro, table of contents. We're going to be cooking up low carb and sugar. We're going to be cooking up low carb and sugar-free chicken teriyaki, chicken and dumplings, low carb jalapeno popper soup, General Tso's chicken, Caesar chicken wraps, rosemary garlic chicken, low carb steak fajita bowls, Italian beef sandwiches, broccoli beef, and also easy creamy ranch pork chops. Now this pack, like a lot of mine, unless it says low carb specifically, I know I read a lot of low carb stuff to you. This pack is a mix. So there's low carb recipes, there's classic recipes. You can of course doctor it up however you need it best to serve your family. Then we have special notes for your meals, of course full grocery list to get everything you need. Then back here, okay. So we've got the freezer meal cooking prep guide. So what I'm gonna do now, in a perfect world, yes, I was gonna do my freezer meal prep last evening and then today do my 2 hours solid. Well, I don't live in no perfect world. You might not either. That's the bulldozer outside. We're doing some more fencing. Whole lot of going on. And Mama was tired last night. So I didn't put that little bit of time into my freezer meal prep. So I'm gonna do that now. Then you won't know it in video land. I've got something else I've got to do for a few hours, and I'll be coming back this afternoon to do my about 2 hour assembly time. All of that you're gonna see in today's video. So the first thing I need to get going, I need to cook 9 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. Then a lot of the rest of this is chopping. We're gonna chop 21 pounds of chicken breast into bite-sized pieces. We're gonna juice 3 lemons. I got some flank steak or London broil, whatever you can get your hands on. I'm gonna cut that in 3 strips. We're gonna cut up some chuck roast. I'm gonna cut some beef steak in some strips. We're gonna do 12 stalks of celery, 6 cups of carrots. We're gonna mince our garlic. Now, a step on saving from mincing 60 cloves of garlic is to get a container or 2 of the minced garlic already from the store. We're gonna do 6 onions, got some jalapenos, woo, seed, and then we're gonna do 9 bell peppers of various colors. Get all this bagged up and ready to go to assemble our freezer meals a little later today. Also, I wanna let you know, I'm thinking all kinds of thoughts right now. I'm looking at my clock. I know what else I gotta do today. I think this is gonna go 1 or 2 ways. Either I'm gonna prep all this and then we're gonna keep trucking and we're just gonna get it all assembled and done. Or I'm gonna follow my guide and I'm gonna prep it all and then we'll come back tomorrow and assemble and get it all done. We shall see, we shall see. You never know. So you'll have to stay tuned and see which way I go. I'm going to go ahead and use chicken broth because I had some lonely chicken broth sitting up here. And it's just 1 cup of liquid that's required. You can use more liquid, but in order to build up the pressure, the 1 cup is what you need. So this is a 10-pound bag of chicken. I'm gonna eyeball about 9 pounds. I'll leave a couple pounds out. Sorry, I'll leave a couple pieces out. Now this chicken that we're cooking up is for the chicken and dumplings recipe. And with the chicken and dumplings, you're not gonna freeze the dumplings with it, but you will have dumplings, which would be canned biscuits. If you're going super easy mom style, you would have those available on your list of things that you need for cooking day. So we're freezing and prepping all the ingredients that we can. And then on cooking day, for many of these recipes, there'll be a few more quick steps you'll do right before you serve it or right when you get it going. Okay, that's about what I'm doing there. Where's my lid? There it is. There we go. Put the pressure. And then, okay. So then I will use the rest of this chicken in our chicken prep here in a moment. Okay friends, I'm coming. So what we're doing now is we're gonna chop up 21 pounds of chicken. Basically lots of meat chopping and then vegetable chopping and prep. And then I'm gonna look at the rest of my day, you're gonna look at the rest of your day, and I'm gonna then decide which way we're going with this. True to my regular self, I'll probably be putting it together tomorrow. I just want to talk about it right now, okay? But the iced coffee is strong with me right now. But I have to work really fast because I've got some stuff coming up this afternoon. So there we go, 21 pounds of chicken chopped up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this chicken and get it out in my other refrigerator until I deal with it today, or I put those freezer meals together tomorrow. You can also put it in gallon freezer bags. This is just, figure I've got it in these containers now, so just do it like this. And I did wash my knife and cutting board. And I am not licking my counter right now because I'm obviously going through and prepping a lot of meat. First off, whenever I got the groceries, sorry, my plastic wrap's getting stuck on my cabinet, for this, some of the things on the list I didn't need. And I have marked on the freezer meal grocery list items that are needed for cooking day versus items that you need to prep. Because with these 30 meals, you know, you don't need all the biscuits right off the bat to do the chicken and dumplings in the slow cooker 3 different times. You don't need that on your freezer meal prep day. You might spread out and use the slow cooker chicken and dumplings. That might be 1 meal a month for 3 months. You've already done the prep work. So then you will just need your biscuits for cooking day. But anyway, whenever I got everything that I needed to do these 30 meals, it came in around the $300 mark. There's a lot of meat, but of course these 30 easy slow cooker freezer meals I'm using to feed a whole lot of people. And these 30 meals, again, you can do them 1 dinner a night for 30 nights. I'm going to be using them as I need them over about 3 or 4 months or so, but doing the prep work now. I will say also that I know meat availability can be different in different locations. Prices, of course, are different. If you have trouble finding what you need or finding exact amounts, you can slide around the meat amount a bit and make it work for you based on what you have on hand and what you're able to gather up. lemons. Sorry, I just had kids just brought in lunch. I fed them a snacky lunch. They brought in their trash and stuff. So some things fell. Okay. Walmart grocery order issues. Lemons. I don't see 3 lemons anywhere. 3 lemons, I needed to juice 3 of them. I'm pretty sure in my pantry I have some lemon juice, so that's fine, we'll do that. Onions, I got. Carrots, yes. Oh no. I'm sorry, Walmart grocery pickup. I ordered 3 lemons, you gave me 4. There I go, I stand corrected. Okay, I was concerned for a minute. Now, I did need, you verify, yeah, I did need about 21 jalapenos sliced, and I got 4. So we're gonna make that work and just keep moving. Everything else is pretty good and will work. I know, my sink is ridiculous, but have kids, live life, cook food, things get busy. Also, with the jalapenos, that's an example of also customizing something to fit your family. You obviously don't have to have a jalapeno popper soup. That's really popping. So you can just dial down the number of jalapenos that you would like. Now it's celery time. There's some really exceptional carrots here. And I feel like one of these ginormous carrots is worth at least a cup of carrots. We need 6 cups of carrots. These carrots are for the slow cooker chicken and dumplings. And you can, of course, speed this up even more and use any vegetable chopping tools that you'd like. I have a 14-quart Cuisinart food processor, etc., etc. But I also like chopping, so there's that. Just saying, if you want to speed up your prep time even more, there are options. Ha ha ha, if you don't have a lot of kitchen space or a lot of counter space like this mama, guess what? Large family, super mega cooking can still be done. So what I've got going on here, these bag holders are amazing for doing slow cooker freezer meals, really just anytime you gotta fill a bag. I labeled the bags. We got 1120 and then the teriyaki chicken. What I'm gonna do is actually put all the ingredients here in my bowl, and then I'm just gonna divide it out between each bag. Now for this teriyaki chicken, again, keeping it low carb, there is a lower carb sugar-free brown sugar by Swerve, and then Truvia also has a blend. I don't have either. I know this does not surprise you. So I'm actually gonna make a note on my bag. I'm gonna get some, and then on cooking day, I will add that in. But if you have it, you can add it in on your freezer meal prep day. And then we have notes in each recipe on items to hold back for cooking day as well. And that's also noted on the grocery list. First, I'm gonna add the chicken. And yes, we're using multiple stools and chairs, just like the good old days. So then we got 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. And then we have 3/4 of a cup of liquid aminos. You can also use a low sodium low sodium soy sauce. And then we are gonna do 1.5 cups of chicken broth. So 1 tablespoon of minced garlic equals 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger. Okay, well then I'll just eyeball another 1/2 teaspoon. There we go. So then, you know, I did it. I got talking to you and stirring. My camera wasn't on. What I just said to you was, let's go sit down in this little chair for a minute. I'm just stirring up the ingredients for this teriyaki chicken. Then we're gonna divide it between the 3 bags. And of course, if you need to wipe the outside of your bags, if you have any little drips or anything, you can go for it. I just try to squeeze out as much air as possible. On your freezer cooking day, for something like this teriyaki chicken, you could serve this for your family over brown rice, you can serve it for your family over white rice, or you could serve it over cauliflower rice. Or you could just have the teriyaki chicken, but serving it over rice is a fantastic idea. So I'm labeling the bags now for the chicken and dumplings. For an example, we're gonna put everything that's needed in the bag, except there'll be 6 cans of biscuits total that are needed. It's 2 cans every time you do the meal. And then there's 3 cups total of heavy cream you need. That's 1 cup you'll need for every meal. Those you add on cooking day. You add the biscuits about an hour before serving, and then you add the cup of heavy cream right at serving time. Now sometimes these bags and these holders get weighted down. I was trying to say heavy down, get weighted down. So I also have clips that I will add, that I attach on either side whenever that happens. And it just, again, adds another layer of bag holding help for me. So then, forever improvising as we do, the recipe calls for 3 pounds of frozen peas. That is 1 pound of peas per bag of these meal prepped ahead chicken and dumplings. I don't got individual bags of peas or a big bag of peas. I have these bags of peas and carrots. Now I've already meal prepped ahead 6 cups of carrots. That's 2 cups of carrots, again, for each bag of chicken and dumplings. So that's okay. We're gonna have 2 different shapes of carrots in our chicken and dumplings. No one's gonna know, a little heavy on the carrots. It'll still be chicken and dumplings. And while I have these here in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. Just have a little tear here. Let's see if that'll work for me. Yeah. So all the celery goes in this chicken and dumplings. So I'm just gonna divide it out. It's another vegetable we're cramming in there. We're doing an equivalent of a diced onion in each bag. And then our other carrots. So now the tricky part with the chicken and dumplings recipe, I'm gonna add in the broth. And this is full, and I should have my clips on it, so I'm gonna keep a hand on it. Actually, I do have a few extra carrots, so let's see if we can get some of those in. Okay, so as I said, very, very full bags for the chicken and dumplings. And if you don't like your bags this full, there's also the 3-gallon Ziploc bags that you can get. Usually I just work around with the 1 gallon, but the choice is yours. So what I'm working on now is the jalapeno popper soup. Again, if you don't want the spice, you know, this may not be a meal for little kids. I don't know, depends on your kids, because I got some little kids that like spicy things. You could cut it way down, which obviously I am by the limited number of jalapenos that I got from my Walmart order. It's a stick of butter in every bag. Now this recipe, let me look at it here so I can read you some of this. We're doing the chicken, it's a 1.5 cups of butter, so that's 3 sticks. The onions, taco seasoning, jalapenos, garlic, chicken broth. Then on cooking day, I will add in cream cheese, some medium cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack, and some heavy cream. Those items, again, I will hold back, and those are for on the actual cooking days. I also have included my recipe for a taco seasoning blend if you don't have taco seasoning in the packs. And then because I was putting my order in, I did just get some taco seasoning already mixed up. So it's 6 tablespoons total for all 3 of these, so that's 2 for each bag. Thought I would set up the assembly line here for you to show you what that way looks like. Really, it just depends on your kitchen, how you work best. If your house is quiet, if you have helpers. A little extra with that one, that's okay. Yes, okay, and then we're just gonna divide the jalapenos out. And then we're gonna do our garlic in each bag. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add in the chicken and then some chicken broth. These will be done for now and ready for the freezer. Also, don't forget, friends, that right now, almost over. So seriously, click the first link in the description below, because today might be the last day, or the last day might be happening in a day or two. Depends on how my editing and downloading and uploading and publishing, you know, all the little things that go on in the back end of YouTube. But I'm having my biggest super mega sale, haven't had one in over a year, and I have my brand new Get It All bundle where you get all 12 of my large family freezer cooking packs, which most of those also have a bonus single family recipe edition. So if you don't want to do 40 meals with one of my freezer cooking packs, you could be sensible, follow that bonus guide and get 12. You know, but if you want 40, and I'll tell you, I know empty nesters and single folks and smaller families who do follow and do the whole big mega pack. You get 12 of those packs. They do the whole pack just because, yeah, everybody likes having food and leftovers and a full freezer. Yay. I had also heard from several families who cooked one of my freezer meal packs right before the pandemic hit and things started getting bad, and they had no worries when the grocery stores were crazy because they had a full freezer full of meals that were ready to go. You also, in the Get It All bundle, you get things like my 30 Easy Freezer Meal Pack, where you see we're cooking this up. These are simple meals. I'm gonna have other videos coming out, more large family meals of the week videos that you all have been requesting that shows a lot of these freezer meals I've been doing in action. I have a brand new baking book that's out. I have 3 sets of 1 month slow cooker meal plans as well, with a variety of recipes that I know your family will love. Right now you can get the entire Get It All bundle for up to 75% off. Click the first link in the description below and grab that. Also, I've been asked, several ladies have said, well, Jamerrill, I already own the first 9 packs because I just came out with brand new pack 10, 11, and 12. Pack 10 is my new breakfast freezer meals pack. Pack 11 is a brand new, like, kid-friendly lunch freezer meal pack. And pack 12 is a whole other wonderful classic dinner pack. Those 3 are new, plus all the other products I have. So if you already have the first 9, and maybe the Get It All bundle, you don't need that because you already have the 9 packs. Don't worry, because everything else, all those other products are on sale in the shop. You would need the bundle with 10, 11, and 12, and then you would need those new individual products that I listed. So all you need to do, if you've already purchased a chunk of the freezer cooking packs, but you want everything else I have now because you love those, still click the first link in the description below, head over to the shop, and you can see the individual products. Everything is on sale, but it's for a very little bit of time, like we're at the end. So click through, get what you need while it's super mega on sale. And we are gonna add in, it's about 3.5 cups of broth per bag. And then of course your soup is going to make broth when you cook, and you're gonna add in all kinds of yummy, creamy goodness as well. Again, this is a low carb recipe that is in my 30 Easy Freezer Meals pack. It's also sugar-free. It would be gluten-free depending on, if you're gluten-free, you know how to eyeball your ingredients. You'd want to watch the taco seasoning, maybe do the homemade taco seasoning. Most everything else would also qualify as gluten-free. It's definitely not a dairy-free recipe because on cooking day, we add in a whole lot with the cream cheese and the heavy cream and all the other cheeses. But it does check several dietary needs boxes depending on what you're spinning in your kitchen. And there we go, one of my absolute favorites. We got 3 dinners of the low-carb jalapeno popper soup. So now I'm working on the Jamerrill Stewart chicken. This can also be a lower carb recipe. Instead of regular brown sugar, you would again use the Swerve or the lower carb sugar-free brown sugar substitutes that they have that I already mentioned. I don't have any. First, I'm going to put in a cup of chicken stock in each of these. And that's tonight's dinner beeping at us. And then it's going to be 1/4 of a cup in each of liquid aminos or low sodium soy sauce. Or hey, full sodium soy sauce if you like that. And then it will be 1/2 teaspoon of ginger in each. This is another recipe you will want to serve with hot rice or cauli rice. And then we will put in our garlic. Voila. Then we're going to put in about 1/4 of a cup each of unseasoned rice wine vinegar. Now we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. So again, this is something that you can adjust per your family preferences. The other thing we need is this yummy sauce. Okay, so now I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons each of the tomato paste.
Ooh, there's peas in it too.
Oh yeah, it's real good, Liam.
Thank you for making this.
Mm-hmm. Gabriel helped me. Okay, so I would be adding in the brown sugar substitute. Since I don't have that, that's my problem, not yours. So you would add yours in now, or regular brown sugar if you'd like. I'm going to just seal my bags now. So now I'm working on the rosemary garlic chicken. I got the chicken here in the bags. Now we're going to add in our minced garlic, rosemary, parsley, and actually a little over a tablespoon each of butter. But that'll all work out at the end on the slow cooking day. And with all of these 30 easy freezer meals, you'll need to pick the one your family will need the day before. Put it in your refrigerator, maybe on a bowl or a plate, and let it defrost. So you can just dump it in on your slow cooking day and be ready to go. So now we're gonna add in a tablespoon of garlic to each. Now we will have to play along with this because this is all the rosemary I have left. Certainly does not look like a tablespoon of each. So I'm gonna try to get a teaspoon of each in. But again, that's my problem, not your problem. So you will have the rosemary you need. See, some of my spices I didn't buy again for this because most of them I knew I had on hand. And I had just about enough to pull that off. And then it's just salt and pepper to taste based on what your family would like. You can, of course, add more on your cooking day. This will be the chicken Caesar wraps. We're not gonna add the Caesar dressing until cooking day, but it is helpful to just be able to dump the bag, add 1 or 2 more things, and be done. For some things, you add no more things. But in this case, on cooking day, actually after the chicken Caesar wraps, the chicken Caesar cooks, then you shred it. And then at the very last, you add 1 bottle of Caesar dressing, and then you can serve it on a wraps and with some lettuce and tomato, and it's just fantastic. And we actually like to eat it on spinach wraps. So right now we are working on the steak fajita bowls. These are another low-carb, sugar-free recipe. But again, if that's not exactly what you're doing, just serve it with regular old rice or doctor it up any way you want. And then I'm adding in about ½ a cup of beef broth to each bag. Now I'm going to add in some of our seasonings. We're going to do dried oregano. It'll be about 1/4 of a teaspoon in each. I have lots of seasonings that are going into this one. Then we've got paprika, doing about ½ a teaspoon in each. Then we have a teaspoon each of chili powder. And a teaspoon each of cumin. And then you're going to add in, hold on to your lids, about a teaspoon of salt, or you can do ½ a teaspoon each. Same thing with your pepper. I'm going to do ½ a teaspoon each of pepper. Okay, and now we're going to get the meat in the bags. Okay, now I'm gonna work on, look at you here, I'm not gonna smell stuff. I always like the way these peppers smell. Anyway, I'm gonna work on our Italian beef sandwiches that we're gonna assemble right now in the slow cooker bags. We're gonna put about 2 cups of beef broth in every bag. I noticed, what is that light on my refrigerator? But it's the reflection of a candle. So now we're going to put our peppers in with each bag. And these just get cooked whole right along with them. We'll even use the juice as well. Would have been nice and neat if I could have got the little 12-ounce jar for each of them. This is an over 30-ounce jar, and I'm just dividing it between each bag. Now we will put in our garlic. Okay, and so now we're just going to go through and add the meat to each bag. And this is going to cook on low for about 8 to 10 hours, so that will make the beef nice and tender for us. This is definitely a slow cooking recipe. Probably wouldn't want to throw in the slow cooker at lunchtime. You'd want to put this in the slow cooker in the morning at breakfast time. So here's my next load to go out to the freezer. These are our steak fajita bags, and these are our Italian beef sandwich bags. Now I just realized I did the broccoli beef freezer meals in a bag, and now here I am on the creamy ranch pork chops, and I was like, oh, turn your camera back on, Jamerrill. So now I'm just dumping in a pack of ranch seasoning onto each of these pork chops. Then we will seal these up. And obviously with your bags you can mix up with your dry ingredients. Well, friends, we did it. We cooked up those 40 easy freezer meals, slow cooker freezer meals to be exact. We did it in one afternoon. It's a brand new day now. I've been outside with the kids. We actually had a bunch of hay delivered. We're having more hay delivered next week once we get our storage container dropped off. Lots of little farm projects going on. And so we should have all our hay for the winter. So there you go. There's your farm update for today to go along with your easy freezer meals, right? So don't forget to click the first link in the description below. Head on over to the Large Family Table shop. Get this 30 easy freezer meals pack, plus all the other freezer cooking packs and directions and the 4-week slow cooker meal plans. I have a brand new baking book. I've got a lot over there. It's actually well over 20 products. You can get them all, but like it's about to end. Get them all for 75% off when you click the first link in the description below, and I will see you real soon with another brand new video. Bye-bye.